Yo, what's going on, buddy? This is Don't Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to be discussing why Caitlyn Clark is not, and I repeat that, is not the greatest college basketball player to ever live. There's been a lot of people talking about, is she the greatest player ever? She just got the scoring record from Pete Maravich. She just passed his all-time scoring record. Now she's the leader in not only just women's, but men's college basketball history. Something I want people to realize, sure, she might be a great scorer, but there's a lot of different things that impact the sport of these days games versus what they played in back in the day. You know, this funny little thing called a three-point line. You know, there's also this other thing called you're not exactly a great, all-time great, the number one great player unless you won a title. Did Caitlyn Clark win one? I don't think so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go through, we're going to break down her stats, break down her accolades, what she's done in college basketball in her entire career at Iowa, and then we're going to kind of go ahead and just compare that to other legends in college basketball. So without further ado, we're going to get straight into this. So if you go to enjoy it, as always, make sure you go and drop a like onto this video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. But without further ado, let's get into it. All right, first up, we're going to have Caitlyn Clark's career averages. Basically kind of going through, you can see all of her stats for every single season she was at Iowa going back in 2020 all the way to now 2024. And you can see every single year from her freshman year, 26.6 points per game, 27 points per game, 27.8, and then this year she's getting up around 32.3 points per game. She's an excellent at the rebounding. She's really good at assists. She's able to get some steals. You can see kind of the way the numbers is. A lot of people talk about, is she just a pure scorer? That is probably about 80% of the game, but she can do other things out there on the court. She's a sharpshooter. She can hit the three ball. And one thing that people need to realize, she is on the level of where we just saw Sabrina do with Steph Curry in the All-Star game. Caitlyn Clark could possibly do that as well. Okay, now let's go ahead and discuss some of her accolades. So you can see them right here. This is going back. She was on a junior national team for USA basketball. But then we get into her freshman season, and there's a lot of different accolades, and I want to go and point that out. You're going to see this, and you're going to be like, holy shit, she's got a lot of awards. Some of this stuff is not like big time awards. They're like small different things. Like some of these things like the athletic first team All-American. Some of these things like the WBCA All-Region team. That's cool and all. It's good. I appreciate the awards. But the things I'm pointing out are things like Big Ten Freshman of the Year. Unanimous is huge. D1 scoring leader is huge. D1 total assist leader. D1 total field goal made. D1 total three-point field goal made. And she was also runner-up in assists. And she also had the record for the freshman record of 12 30-point games in the season. And that was a record that stood since 2000. In her sophomore season, you can see here, she got a bunch of different awards. She got the Dawn Staley Award, Nation's Best All-Around Guard, first two-time winner. The Nancy Lieberman Award, I believe, Nation's Best Point Guard, one of only 3 players to win it as a sophomore. She won a lot of first-team All-American, Big Ten, first-team All-Conference for coaches and media, unanimous. Big Ten Player of the Year, Big Ten Tournament MVP, and All-Tournament Team like MVP. She won 31 times a Big Ten Player of the Week, which is, I guess you could say, pretty damn nice. Once again, D1 scoring leader, D1 assist leader this time. She had the D1 men's and women's scoring benchmark for the past 20 seasons. First player to score 1,500 career points in 56 games. And then whenever we got to her junior season, you can see right here, the Naismith Women's College Player of the Year, the Wooden Award National Player of the Year, AP Women's College Basketball Player of the Year Award. She was the Wade Trophy recipient. She was the Nancy Lieberman Point Guard of the Year Award recipient again. And the awards go on and on. And like I said, that's all fine and dandy. If you weren't listening to me for the past like 2 minutes talking, you probably saying, yeah, you're just reading off a bunch of awards. Yeah. And I'm kind of there with you. That's a lot of awards, and I get it. It's great. But one thing we like to hold against like NBA players, baseball, MLB players, NFL players, until you get the ring, until you get the championship and you can put that ring on and you can flash it in front of everybody, I don't give a shit what you did. And after reading all this, unless for some reason she goes into March Madness this year and she wins a ring, I don't really respect it. Now I have this website here pulled up, Clutch Sports. Now I have this website here pulled up of college basketball's top 25 best players ever. A lot of them are guys, but as you can see, one of the big things with it, a lot of them have national championship trophies. Michael Jordan won a national title. Danny Manning won a national title. Irvin Johnson, national title. And the list goes on. We got Tyler Hansbrough. Christian Leitner won twice. And the list goes on. You can see right here, Tom Gola. We got David Thompson. Like, these guys got titles. Jerry Lucas had a title. And then we get down to some of the more, like, well-known legends in college basketball. Bill Walton, obviously 2-time champion, 3-time National College Player of the Year. Caitlyn Clark is on pace to have college 3-time National Player of the Year. She could also have been a 2-time champion. Last year they were in the national title game. They ended up losing to, I believe, South Carolina. Bill Russell, 2-time champion, and then we just keep on going. We got Pete Maravich, obviously. He held the record before Caitlyn Clark, and now that Caitlyn Clark has the record, people are looking at this and just saying, man, she's better than him. She's already pretty much snapped that right here. Lou, I think Alcindor, This man is a god in college basketball. 3-time national champion, 3-time NCAA Final Four most outstanding player, 2-time AP Player of the Year, Naismith Player of the Year, 3-time consensus first all-team All-American, 3-time West Regional Team, and it says right here, quite simply, the greatest player to ever grace the American college basketball circuit. And just in case any of you are confused, as you can see right there, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is actually who that is. Kareem was a juggernaut, not only in the college basketball scene, but also he translated to the NBA scene. Now, after all that being said, here's kind of my final points. You can debate this either way. I'm on the side of she is not the greatest college basketball player ever. If you want to say she is, there are points there that you can try to debate, you can try to argue it, but I don't think you're going to win. In my eyes, to be the greatest ever, to be like the number one person, you gotta have a title to go along with your name. You can be a great scorer, you can be all that, but one thing I think I forgot to point out, back in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Pete Maravich's, all those legends days of playing college basketball, where was the three-point line? Oh, that's right, there wasn't one. The three-point line wasn't instituted till like later on in the day. Pete Maravich and, like I said, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they didn't experience the three-point line. They were shooting two-pointers almost their entire life. With Caitlyn Clark, you look at the shots she made, I literally showed you the stats. She had almost like half of her shots are three-point attempts. When she passed the all-time women's scoring record, it was a deep, almost like half-court heave from half-court, like I said, and they got her number put there on the court. That is not a normal shot. You watch her play, she's always going off the pick and roll, she's always trying to get screens and getting open from the deep three, and it's like sometimes when you look at a player, you think, oh, don't let them drive, don't let them get inside, they're gonna make you regret it. With Caitlyn Clark, it don't matter where she is on the court, whether she's in the paint, whether she's outside, most of the time she's trying to shoot from deep. It's like she likes to shoot deep, she likes to go to half court, she likes to go from the logo and just hoist it up, and she'll make it about 40% of the time. But I'm gonna wrap it up with this. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the greatest college basketball player to ever live. If you want to see Pete Maravich, you could try that. But like I said, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 3-time champion, 3-time National Player of the Year. The man was just a juggernaut on the court, and it translated to the NBA. Now, like I said, with Caitlyn Clark, could she translate over to the WNBA and be great there? She can, but that isn't in the WNBA. That's not college. With the college scene, if she goes and wins a title this year, you can start to debate it, and I would probably change my opinion a little bit, but I think I would still go with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. If we want to see the March Madness and she does not win a title this year, I'm still with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You can't change my mind. But I'm gonna wrap up there. Hopefully you guys did go and enjoy today's video. If you did enjoy, as always, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. If you wanted to watch the entirety of today's video, thank you very much. And like I said, if you disagree or agree, if you think Caitlyn Clark is or is not the greatest college basketball player, if you think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is, like my opinion, and you want to go and leave your complete opinion down in the comment section down below, feel free to do so. If you're a fan of the content that I do post here and you want to go and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so. And do not forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified second to post. But without further ado, this has been Donald Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.